Jamaica is not independent, and these are just some of the reasons why we shouldn't be. To become a truly independent country, Jamaica would have to transition to republic. This transition to republic would involve adopting a new coat of arms, a new passport, a new constitution, and a new Bill of Rights. And that's just a few of the changes. But we will discuss all of the changes further on in this video.
Now, Jamaica's Prime Minister has told the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge that his country is moving on and intends to become an independent nation.
The coronation of King Charles has sped up the government's plans for a Jamaican republic.
The country is one step closer to cutting ties with the British monarch and becoming a republic.
For a while now, the Jamaican government has been considering the idea of transitioning to a republic. But in this video, I will highlight the real dangers of becoming a republic. Using historical facts and global data, we will analyze the British constitutional framework regarding the rights and freedoms of Jamaicans. Then, we will explore what becoming a republic really means. After that, we will look at the changes Jamaica would have to make to become a republic, and also the reasons for those changes. Then finally, we will examine the economic and diplomatic complications of becoming a republic. So if you enjoy videos like these or find them interesting, please give this video a thumbs up. Jamaica proudly celebrates independence on the 6th of August each year, commemorating the day in 1962 when the nation officially gained autonomy from British colonial rule. However, despite this symbolic independence, Jamaica remains deeply intertwined with British constitutional principles. And even though Jamaica has its own constitution, British legal traditions and principles significantly influenced its development. So consequently, to achieve true independence, Jamaica would really need to transition to a republic. But is full independence in the form of a republic truly beneficial for Jamaica and its citizens? Let's find out. The British Constitutional Framework. Under the British Constitutional Framework, Jamaicans enjoy certain protections and rights that have been ingrained in the legal system for centuries. The British legal system, known for its fairness and rigor, provides a strong judicial foundation that upholds individual rights and the rule of law. As a member of the Commonwealth, Jamaica benefits from a legal tradition that emphasizes human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. One of the most significant advantages of this framework is the protection of individual liberties. The British Constitution, though unwritten, encompasses key documents such as the Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights of 1689, and various legal precedents that collectively safeguard citizens' rights. These protections include freedom of speech, the right to a fair trial, and the protection from arbitrary detention. Such rights are not merely theoretical, but are actively upheld by an independent judiciary, ensuring that the government cannot easily infringe upon them. So when Jamaica gained its symbolic independence in 1962, the process was marked by the establishment of a written constitution. On August 7, 1962, which had also been declared a holiday, the first session of Jamaica's parliament took place. Princess Margaret wished Jamaica well on behalf of her sister, the Queen, and handed over the constitutional documents to Sir Alexander Bustamante. She said she was proud to be associated with this event and welcomed the new nation to the Commonwealth family. So as you notice, this constitution was not written by Jamaica, but instead was given to Jamaica. But nevertheless, this written constitution provided a comprehensive legal and political framework for the newly independent nation. This constitution, influenced heavily by British constitutional principles, included a Bill of Rights, ensuring the protection of fundamental human rights and freedoms. This was the first time Jamaica really experienced true political independence, having previously been a British colony since 1655. The implications of a republic. Transitioning to a republic means severing formal ties with the British Crown and establishing a new constitutional framework. While this may sound appealing in terms of national pride, the practical implications could be less advantageous. Creating a new legal and constitutional system involves significant risks, including the potential erosion of the rights currently protected under the British system. One key concern is the stability and independence of the judiciary. In many republics, the judiciary's independence is compromised by political interference, leading to weaker protection of individual rights. Without the established legal traditions and safeguards provided by the British constitutional framework, there is a real risk that the new system could be less effective in upholding human rights. Without the established legal traditions and safeguards provided by the British constitutional framework, there is a real risk that the new system could be less effective in upholding citizens' rights. For example, in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which also gained independence from Britain and became a republic in 1976, there have been ongoing concerns about political interference in the judiciary.
Chief Justice Ivor Archie says there is a crisis in the judiciary. CJ Archie notes there are about 700 persons who are waiting on murder cases alone. He says he knows that judge-alone trials or bench trials are not a cure-all.
The country has faced numerous issues relating to judicial appointments and the influence of executive branch on judicial decisions, leading to questions about the impartiality of the legal system. This interference has sometimes resulted in delays in justice and concerns over the fair treatment of individuals within the legal system. Similarly, in the Republic of Guyana, which became a republic in 1970, political influence has often overshadowed judicial independence.
Guyana's vice president is not backing down from criticism of the local judiciary, saying he and the government have the right to question anything that raises concern. He said while he has respect for judges and the judicial process, the government will not be prevented from speaking out when necessary. The VP said that while some decisions were made on the basis of facts, there were many cases that were not handled impartially. He referenced the 2020 election.
During the 1980s, under President Forbes Burnham's regime, the judiciary faced significant challenges in maintaining its independence. The government's interference in judicial matters led to a lack of trust in the legal system and a perception of bias in legal proceedings. This situation highlighted the difficulties republics can face in maintaining an independent judiciary free from political pressure. In Zimbabwe, after becoming a republic in 1980, media freedoms were significantly curtailed under subsequent regimes. The government imposed strict controls on the press, limiting freedom of expression and stifling dissent. The decline in media freedoms under a republican framework demonstrated how quickly individual rights can be eroded without the robust protections provided by a constitutional monarchy. Under a republic, certain laws and rights might change, potentially reducing the protections currently enjoyed by Jamaicans. For instance, the right to freedom of expression, enshrined in the British legal tradition, might be subject to greater restrictions under a republican framework. Historical examples from other countries illustrate this point. In Zimbabwe, the introduction of laws such as the Public Order and Securities Act, POSA, in 2002 severely restricted freedom of assembly and expression, showing how new laws under a republic can curtail previously protected rights. Republic governments may also feel compelled to change laws and restrict rights for various reasons. First, establishing a new governance structure often involves consolidating power, which can lead to tighter control over the populace. This consolidation can manifest in restrictions on freedom of speech and assembly to suppress dissent and ensure stability during the transition. Secondly, economic challenges and the need to implement new policies might prompt the government to enact new laws that prioritize state control over individual freedoms. In many cases, these changes are justified as necessary for national security or economic development, but they often result in reduced civil liberties. Before we move on, I need to address a question from a viewer. As you know, the topic of this video was posted on my community page. Alright, so here's the answer for this question, which is on screen. It is not possible for the King of England to arbitrarily throw people off the land in Jamaica or in any other country for that matter. Even though the British monarch remains the ceremonial head of state in some Commonwealth realms, the role does not include powers to expropriate land or override the sovereignty of those nations. Land rights and governance in established countries are handled solely by their own legal and political systems. Alright, so back to the video. So, what are the requirements to become a republic? Transitioning to a republic involves not only altering the constitutional framework, but also undertaking substantial structural changes. So here's a detailed look at the key areas that would require significant modifications, along with the reasons for these changes. Number 1. New Constitution and Bill of Rights. The reason for change? As a republic, Jamaica would need a new constitution to replace the existing framework based on British principles. This is essential to establish a legal foundation that reflects its status as a republic and ensures that all fundamental rights are protected under its own legal system. The new constitution would define the structure of government, the separation of powers, and the protection of individual rights, adapting the framework to the republic's unique political and social context. Number 2. The currency. Reason for change? The Jamaican dollar is currently associated with the monarchy. Transitioning to a republic might necessitate issuing new currency to symbolize national sovereignty and break from colonial symbols. New currency designs would reflect the republic's identity and values, including possibly featuring new national symbols or landmarks. This change would also prevent confusion and ensure that the currency is recognized and accepted domestically and internationally. Number 3. Passport. Reason for change. The design of passports often includes national symbols, such as the coat of arms, which would need updating to reflect the republic's status. New passports would ensure that international documents align with the republic's identity, avoiding potential diplomatic issues, and ensuring that passports are recognized as legitimate by other countries. Number 4. Ambassador system. Reason for change. As a republic, Jamaica would need to establish a new diplomatic framework to manage its international relations. This includes appointing ambassadors under a new system and potentially redefining the roles and responsibilities of these diplomats. This restructuring is necessary to reflect the Republic's new status and to navigate international relations independently from the British Crown, including renegotiating treaties and agreements that might have been based on the previous constitutional agreement. Number 5. Military and defense. Reason for change. The Jamaican Defense Force, or the JDF, would need to be restructured to align the new governance model of a republic. This restructuring might involve changes in command structures, defense strategies, and military policies to ensure that they are in line with the republic's priorities and sovereignty. The new structure would need to address any potential security needs and ensure that national defense is managed effectively under the republic's new legal and political framework. Number 6. National symbols. Reason for change. The flag and the coat of arms are significant national symbols that often appear on official documents, currency, and government buildings. In transitioning to a republic, these symbols might need redesigning to reflect the new national identity and sovereignty. Updating the flag and the coat of arms would signify a break from colonial ties and establish a distinct republican identity, requiring changes on all official documents and representations to avoid confusion and reinforce national unity. So it's a lot to be done to become a republic. I don't really think we able to do that. It'll take about 10 years. I want to think. Let me know in the comment section down below. And before we move further, let me try to see if I can pay some of the bills them. Wanna bear with me? I'll be back shortly. Experience the ultimate entertainment with our premium IPTV services in Jamaica. Enjoy instant access to over 17,000 live TV channels, including popular local channels like TVJ and CVM, as well as a wide range of international HD, UHD, and 4K channels. Whether you are a fan of news, sports, movies, or TV series, our service offers an unparalleled viewing experience. Dive into a vast library of over 50,000 of the latest movies and TV series in stunning 4K and HD quality. Our user-friendly platform ensures you never miss a moment of your favorite shows, providing a seamless and high-quality streaming experience. Elevate your home entertainment with the best IPTV service in Jamaica, bringing you closer to the content you love anytime, anywhere. Join thousands of satisfied customers and transform the way you watch TV today. Remember, you can try it free or you can use code ELITEJA to get 70% off. Guys, support the channel, alright? Yeah man, back to the video. Economic and diplomatic considerations. Beyond legal and constitutional concerns, there are also economic and diplomatic implications to consider. As a member of the Commonwealth, Jamaica enjoys certain economic benefits, including trade agreements and development aid from the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth nations. These relationships are built on shared history and mutual respect, and transitioning to a republic could disrupt these beneficial ties. Diplomatically, remaining under the British constitutional framework provides Jamaica with a certain level of international prestige and influence. The British monarchy, while largely ceremonial, still commands significant global respect and attention. As part of the Commonwealth, Jamaica benefits from this association, enhancing its standing on the world stage. So while the idea of full independence through becoming a republic may hold a symbolic appeal, the practical implications suggest otherwise. The rights and the protections afforded under the British constitutional framework provide a stable and a robust foundation for Jamaica's legal system. The potential risks and uncertainties of transitioning to a republic, including the erosion of individual rights and economic and diplomatic disruptions, highlight the benefits of maintaining the current system. Jamaica's connection to the British constitutional tradition continues to offer significant advantages that should not be hastily discarded. If you found this video interesting or informative, please give it a thumbs up. And if there's anything I left out or anything you want to fill in, you can do that in the comment section down below. Let's start a conversation. If you haven't yet subscribed to Elite Jamaica, consider doing so. Or you can do it right now by clicking the subscribe button. And click the bell icon, the little bell icon, and turn on all notifications so that you will always receive notifications whenever time I upload a new video. Guys, almost 1 o'clock. May literally I record asleep. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay blessed.